Hello everyone and happy Friday and welcome back to Love to Inspired with Christina. Today is May 23rd of 2025 and I am thrilled to show you how to create a fan fold card. This is the card that I'm going to show you how to make today. And one of the things I absolutely love about this card is it's a little larger than what I'm used to creating. So it's like a 5x7 card. And I love because it's so much bigger, it really brings the fan fold and everything, just it gives it that extra wow effect. So I'm going to turn the camera down and get started to show you how you can create your very own today. So let's go move it on down like so, and I'm going to then scoot the camera up so then that way we are on. The camera is actually, let me see if I can tap it to, there it goes. So you aren't so blurry. That is not any fun. So I'm using some paper that's a new paper. It's the Floral Impressions, and I think I used it on last week's video, and it's a newer paper, so it's got the whole bundle suite to go with it. I love how bright and colorful all of it is. It's just such a pretty fun designer paper to work with. So that's what we're going to do today. I use this one. I'm going to do two different ones because on this one it was I used it with the brighter colors, and so I used the Highland Heather and the Bubble Bath cardstock to coordinate with these beautiful floral print. But on the one that we're going to put together today is got this print to it, so it's gonna, you know, bring it down a little bit. So you'll see two different options of the card and the paper. So but I'm going to do some of the cutting and trimming together with you guys, and then so that way you can kind of understand how we put it all together. So I'm using Early Espresso and Mossy Meadow are going to be the two colors that I create with this time. And my camera, I'm sorry, it just seems like it's a little off for you. Okay, maybe, we'll see. So you're going to start off with a 10x7 sheet of cardstock, and then you're scoring it down the center at 5 inches. Now the next thing you'll do is on the right side here, or the flap that opens up, you're going to use a pencil and come in to 2 inches here, and you just kind of make a little mark because you're going to put it in your paper trimmer and cut it from that pencil mark all the way down to the corner so that you have this piece here. The next thing that you'll want to do is take another sheet that's the same as the base color, and you'll cut it at 6x4, and then you're going to, from the left down to the right corner edge, cut it in half. So those are the two pieces that you have, and it's easy to just line it up on your paper trimmer and then just from the center cut it down. So them are the two pieces that you'll need on that. The next thing, I'm going to set this to the side. We have our second coordinating color, and that's where I chose the Mossy Meadow. Now with this piece that right here, you'll have two pieces of the, you'll have a 6 3/4 by 4 3/4, and then you'll need to cut another one that's 5.5 by 3.5. But if you take this piece right here, the 6 3/4 by 4 3/4, you're going to want to use your pencil again, and you're going to mark it at the top from the left top edge over. So you're going to measure it up at 2 3/4 and then just mark it. Now you can do this with, let me move it down so you can see. You'll move it to 2 3/4 and just mark it a little bit at the edge here at the top. Now you're going to want to do that from the left to the right, and then you're going to want to trim it. So line it up on your paper trimmer right at that little pencil mark all the way down to your corner edge here. And if you cut it right, let's hope that I did, it should fit perfectly onto the front of your card base. So this is going to be like your first layer here. And then you just go ahead and set it to the side. Let me see if I can get this. Okay, now on the small piece that we just cut off of that one, you're going to put it onto the paper trimmer, and you're going to only cut off using so line it up here at the top, and you're going to take it to 1/4 inch, and you're going to cut it. So you'll have a little slither left over here, and then you have this piece. This is going to line up with the piece that you just cut off of your base. So now you have these two little pieces going. We're going to put that one to the side. You'll want to get the your 5.5 by 3.5 piece now. Now this one, you're just going to cut it in a diagonal. So you'll take it and do it from the left top corner all the way down to the right corner. Let me see if I can make sure I got these. And you got 2 halves. Put those to the side. Now you're going to get your designer paper that you chose to create with. And now your first piece of DSP, you will cut at 6.5 by 4.5. And that's what it looks like. Now just make sure that you pay attention to the patterns. Like this one, it has the flowers on it. So if you put it in there and cut it, you know, when you line it up, your stuff might be sideways, and you may want that look, but if it's something that's going a certain kind of direction, just make sure you pay attention before you cut it. So then that way when it lays on your card, you will be right on all the things to line up. Now with this, you'll take, before I get started, I'm getting ahead of myself, you'll need one more piece of the same designer paper and cut it by 5 by 3. And then you're going to need one more of that same designer series paper and cut it at 6 3/4 by 1. So with this piece right here, the very first piece, the big one, we're going to take it and we're going to do the same thing like we did a while ago. Get your pencil and you're going to mark it from the left side over, and you're going to measure it at 2.5. So let's put a little mark right up here on our paper, and then you're going to cut it from the 2.5 down to the bottom of the corner. So you slide that. Now this piece, you've got it. Have you guessed it? It's going right on top of the this piece right here on the base of your card, and it should match up perfectly, where everything has an even mark around it. Now this piece, like we did a while ago, this is our little piece that we had left over. You're going to want to take this piece and put it on here, and you're going to this time cut off 1/2 inch. So just take it, slide it down. You have a little piece left here, just that's for trash. And then this little piece now will fit onto this other little corner that we have. And they'll layer up like that. So set it to the side. Now we're going to go ahead and get our 5 by 3 piece. And that one, you guessed it, it's going to be cut in diagonal. So from left down to left top corner to the bottom right corner, cut it in half. Now these will fit perfectly right onto the green pieces that you have. Okay, all right, so the only other piece that you're going to need to finish assembling is the inside, and your basic white cardstock or whatever color that you choose to have for their inside for the writing. That one is at 6 3/4 by 4 3/4. This little piece that we cut off that was 6 3/4 by 1 is going to go on the inside of your card. So it's just going to go on the side there to kind of give it, you know, a little bit of pop and things. So I'm going to move this out of the way for you guys, and now it is time to assemble. So I'm using the multi-purpose glue. I feel like it's the easiest to apply with. So now we're just going to start assembling our layers. Now with our layers, we're going to take the Mossy Meadow, and I'm just going to lightly put a little streamline over all the way around this piece, and then we're going to lay it on top of the card front, just like so. Next, you take your designer paper and you're going to lay it on top of it like that. So another really fun thing too, because a lot of times the back of our designer paper coordinates with the front, so you could really mix this up and have one like this base here, but when we start assembling the fan, you can actually flip the paper over so that you have another, you know, the fan look over to the paper. Be very, very pretty. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm going to add this little strip to my base of my card. That way this little guy is out of the way. Just like so. We can add some glue. Of course, if you want to stamp, go ahead and stamp before you add your paper or to the inside of your base here, because you know, if you mess up, you can always have a second try by just simply flipping it over. So this is how our paper's coming, our card is coming together. But I'm going to slide that over here for a second, and now I'm going to get these two base pieces, and we're going to put these on top. So now a fun thing here with this, I'm probably getting ahead of myself by going ahead and adding these, because we're only actually going to use the right side of this that we cut in half. The left side we don't need, so you could actually put it to the side and use it for another card. But we're only going to need this one to put the assemble together. So let me go ahead and add these real fast. Isn't this great? How about this weather, you guys? Oh my goodness, it is getting so warm outside. It is absolutely exciting. I love all the things about it, for sure. Summer is my favorite. I know it gets silly hot sometimes and we're all like, eek, but hey, it's great. So now that we have this, let's go ahead and get our base back over here. And like I was saying, you're only going to need the ones. Oh wait, we forgot one. Let's get these little pieces here, because you're going to need those too. Let me put them together real fast. This is an important component to our card front, you guys. Got so excited talking about this beautiful weather we're having. It feels so summery. I don't know if you guys have any Memorial Day plans, but if you do, I hope that you enjoy all the things, whether it's a cookout or visiting family, possibly going to a parade, but just, you know, honoring the POWs and MIAs and just really, you know, making that important, because it is. So what you're going to do next, so have your right side here, put this left side away, and you're going to put this, lining the corner of it up right about to the corner here. Now this will land a little bit different, but you just want it to be inside the edge, right? I mean, you don't want it to stick out because you have to make sure that it fits. So I'm going to put the corner down to this bottom corner and then attach it. So you'll add your adhesive, just kind of eyeball. I'm using my hand. Really, I know that I don't need to put any adhesive up in this particular area. So I'm going to go across like this. And just a thin layer of this multi-purpose glue. If you're familiar with it, a little goes a long way most of the time. So, you know, let's do the streamline, not squeeze and glob. The next thing is this little piece here. This was the piece that we cut off from the base of the card. But this piece is going to go right in the center, just like that. Isn't that just gorgeous? I love it. So, well, let me look real quick so I know how high to go up with my glue. And I'll just start and add a thin strip here. And then attach it. Just kind of center it, eyeball where you need it to go, and then just press firmly down. Isn't that beautiful? Such a fun card. So the only other thing now is to add your sentiment, and you can do this in all different kinds of ways. I went and looked through my scraps before we put the started the video, and so I'm using, let me get my stamp set. This time around, I'm going to use this Simply Said stamp set with the Happy Birthday and Let's Celebrate. And I'm going to go ahead and tie it in with some early espresso ink. Just like so. And then I have just a little piece of twine here with a little bow. So get some glue dots here. Look at me, I remembered what they were called. I get so carried away with these made up names for some of these adhesives. Sometimes I forget what they really should be called. So I'm gonna add this little twine bow right over here at the top corner, just like so. Let's grab us some dimensionals. Now this part right here, I want to add that you could put a dimensional here if you wanted it to, but the card is already so thick with the layers of cardstock and paper. I don't really think it's necessary, but I mean, figure you can create it however you want. It'd be beautiful. So yeah, I've got this, and then if we come over, and I'm gonna grab some of these embellishments. I'm not sure if they're still on, they're Fox glass dots. If we do still have them on our online store, they possibly could be in the last chance items. So for sure, it's you should check it out. If not, they have all kinds of fun, beautiful embellishments that you could get and choose from. You can get this set. I'm trying to figure out where I want this little guy. You can get this suite that we have right now, though. We are having a sale that if you signed up with to be on my team, my words are getting all mixed up, but you could get this suite in your bundle pack, and right now for $99 you can get $165 of product of your choice, and it's plus tax, but it's free shipping. And how cool is that, right? I mean, you can get you a paper trimmer. We have the brand new colors coming out, or that just came out, so you could add those to your bundle. It would be so like, you'd just be ready to go as soon as your packet came in. If you go to lovetoinspiredhandmade.stampinup.com, you will be able to see all kinds of beautiful suites just like this paper and start creating yourself. Go into my descriptions to find links and other information. I thank you for coming by and watching my tutorial. If you enjoyed it, please subscribe to my channel and ring that bell so you never miss a video. But until then, I will be back next Friday, June 6th of 2025. Can you believe it's already June? Y'all have a blessed, happy Memorial Day and weekend, and I will see you soon.